Hello and welcome to another episode of Mic Drop, the weekly video series where we discuss emerging online marketing trends and what they mean for small businesses and franchises. I'm Mike Peters, online media director here at J. Miller Marketing, 16-year online marketing veteran, and your host. Today's topic, the note cards are back. Top 5 myths about paid search. I had so much fun throwing cards last time I did this for geofencing. I decided I would do it for paid search. Paid search is certainly a very important channel and a channel that we have a lot of experience with. So I see these questions a lot. So I figured I'd answer them right here on Mic Drop so you never have to ask them again, right? So, first question. If I rank high organically, I don't need paid search, do I? Incorrect. Yes, just because your result is number one on the page, you've hit that the fabled number one spot organically. That does not mean that you don't need paid search. Paid search, especially if you look at like your mobile phone and you pull up a search result, the first three the first three positions actually on the page are all ads. And then the number one organic result is there. In case there could be a Google map there as well, so that could push your organic result even further down the page. And so having that paid search there is very important because you're actually on the top of the page. Plus, only 53% of people actually click on the first organic result. That means 47% of people who are going to be clicking are clicking on these paid search ads. There you go. So it's always important to have paid search to work in conjunction with your organic efforts. Another benefit of having paid search is that you can actually customize what your message is going to say in that paid search ad, whereas with your organic results, you can kind of guide Google to what you want them to say. But the Google search algorithm has the ability to rewrite anything it sees on your page, and it will make your page headline, your page title, your page description in that organic result. It could be anything. It's not always what you tell it to be. So keep that in mind. Complete 100% control over your messaging when you're using paid search, whereas with organic, you do not have control. You merely can suggest to Google. So there we go. Bye-bye. Next, paid search helps with SEO. Incorrect. Google has been very clear with this. There is a giant, solid brick wall between their paid search product and their organic ranking results. And so paying for paid search is not going to have any bearing on your SEO efforts one bit. So don't think that if you throw money at paid search, it's going to magically make your SEO work better. It's not the case. Complete separation of the two. Now, what paid search can do and help organic is you can test out keywords that you want to target organically in paid search and get almost immediate results. You can see if there are lots of searches for those keywords, if people are clicking. If you're seeing lots of action on those keywords, you know that maybe that's a good keyword to focus your organic SEO efforts on. So you can get learnings from paid search, but it does not directly affect SEO. Bye-bye. No one clicks on ads. I think I mentioned this in the first one, but we already know 47% of people think of the first ad slot as the first result, and they click on it. But overall, over 50% of people who use the internet can't tell the difference between an ad and an organic listing. Even though Google has their little ad thing on there, people click on it. They don't know, especially when you're on a smaller mobile device. You can't even see that stuff, and so they're just clicking on whatever is speaking to them, whatever seems the most relevant. And if it's at the top of the page, it seems to have that credibility, and so they're going to click on it. So people do click on ads, especially in paid search, and so always want to make sure you're there. Bye-bye. Paid search is just set and forget. You just pick your keywords, you load them into Google, and call it a day. Nope. Paid search is an ever-changing environment. You want to load up your initial campaign structure and your initial campaigns, but that's just where the job begins. You're going to start monitoring what keywords are getting traffic. You're going to pull search query reports to see the actual terms that people are entering into Google that you're matching for. You're going to negative match out people or negative match out keywords. You're going to add keywords. You're going to change your ad copy. You're going to update your ad copy. You're going to have a new event or a promotion. You got to get into your ad copy and turn off old promotions. And then through all of this, Google is constantly innovating. And so there's going to be a lot of new options that you can do with your paid search accounts. We're integrating a lot of their AI powered machine learning bidding strategies right now. Those are things that didn't exist last year. So if we just set it and forget it here at Jay Miller, we would be behind the times. And so paid search is most certainly not set it and forget it. Us paid search marketers, we're constantly in there every day. We're doing things, we're making things happen. And that's why you should never set it and forget it. Bye bye. The higher you bid, the better you'll rank. Also untrue. There is a situation where you could be bidding $10 on a keyword and a competitor could be bidding $2 on a keyword and they'll still beat you. And the reason that is because under the whole Google Ads auction there's two variables here that determine where you're going to rank. You're a CPC, and so people think if the higher the CPC I pay, the higher I'll result, or I'll be in the results, which is true generally, but there's the other quotient here is what's called the quality score. So Google looks at your keyword, your ad copy, your landing page, your historical results, the historical results of that ad group, the historical results of that campaign, and they're looking at all of this information and they're trying to determine what is the likelihood of this person clicking on this particular ad for this particular keyword. And the higher they think the chance of that being clicked on, the higher your quality score is going to be. And because Google is in the job of making money, they only make money when people click on their ads. If they think your ad at $2 CPC is going to get clicked on over a $10 CPC ad with a really low quality score, they'll show your ad at the top, even though it's just making $2, because they think at least $2 is going to happen because they're going to click. Whereas the $10 one, nobody's going to click and we're not going to make $10. So the higher you bid, bidding up does traditionally move your paid search results up. But if you run into a high quality score competitor, or if you have high quality scores yourself, you're going to get a high ranking for a lower cost, which is why we, the advertising agency, are again always in your paid search accounts. We're monitoring things, we're looking at our keywords, we're looking at our quality score, we're changing our ad copy, changing our landing pages, all trying to optimize that quality score, because the higher that goes, the less we have to pay for clicks, the more clicks we can get for the same amount of budget. So that is the last question I had. Those were the top 5 myths on paid search. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any other questions, please comment below on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, whatever your chosen social medium that you watch me, Mike, talk about this crazy thing we call online advertising. I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. But until then, consider this mic dropped. See you next week, everybody.